Hello. So, I've got a day job and I work 8 till 6 every day, and I'm trying to manage all of my fatty liver problems and all the other stresses that you get in life. But I've been using my spare time to make an app from scratch and it's nearly ready. Everything's gotten more expensive, so I've been needing to track my money. It can be really stressful, and so I built a finance app. I'm not a professional developer. I built this during gaps, during all the other stuff I've got to do, but I'm pretty proud of it. Let's take a look. Let's go. So if you're wondering why I'm moving and what that noise might be, if you can hear it in the background, I'm on my walking pad that I bought a couple of weeks ago. Check the video out in the description below. But let's take a look at the app. First point, this works on Android only at the moment. I'm working on getting it onto Apple. But the good news is, for any Android people, I've built it so it works on a phone and on a tablet. So a lot of apps on Android don't look good on tablets, but I think this one does. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, you can see I've got a tablet app, finance buttons, all these different screens. I'll put a screen recording up so you can see what's going on. Basically, this is a finance app that manages your money, keeps track of everything, but works on a different philosophy from most apps. A lot of the apps that I've used, they are either so in depth that you have to spend like hours a week looking at them, counting every penny. Some of them hook into your bank accounts, and that has some security risk, but it supposedly provides an easier look at everything. But I don't think so, because it tries to guess what categories you want to put things in, and it doesn't always work for some people. What some people treat as entertainment, other people might just treat as everyday life. So I've simplified it, and I've got a different philosophy that I've been using for years, using a spreadsheet, and basically I've mapped that spreadsheet over into this app. Let's talk about it. First, I'm going to get off this though. Okay, that was getting tiring. So my philosophy on managing my money is simple. I don't count all the pennies. I round up. If something costs £17.59, to me, in my life, that's £18. If something costs £22.30, £21, £23. I don't manage every single penny because I don't care. I don't think most people care. I think most people care about making sure that everything they need to buy in a month, their mortgage, their food shopping, their travel to work, that kind of stuff, they want to make sure they've got enough money to keep that covered. They want to make sure that they've got enough money, if they have the chance to put into savings, and they want to have some money left over for wants. And basically that's all my app does. You add in the different bills that you have coming out every month, and you decide whether they're a need or a want. That goes into the app, and the app will show you each month exactly what's coming in and what's going out. You specify what your income is, so this is after tax and stuff has been taken off, what you will get on your base salary every month. Then each month in the planner tab, you put in what your actual pay is. So some people get benefits, or they've worked overtime, or they've got a bonus that month from work. They'll put in what their actual pay is, and the app will calculate everything that's supposed to be coming out that month because you've got it in your bills already, and it will tell you what your surplus cash is, which is what you've got to play around with. So then you can move that into your savings accounts, or you can put it, if you need it, to put it away for a treat that you're going to buy yourself that month, or spending money for holiday. Doesn't matter what it is. The point is, you know that you're covered for the month, exactly what else is left to go with, and you can be sure that you've got the money covered, which is all that we really care about. There are extra benefits in here. You can see that there's insights and guidance, where you can see a breakdown of what's going on each month, and you've got guidance tabs here which will tell you if you've got enough money to keep going if you was out of work or you didn't have money coming in for a while. And I've used basically things that are well-known financial trends. So you can see on this page you've got the emergency fund, which is looking at making sure you've got enough money in your savings to cover you for 3 months of your outgoings, should you need it, because that's recommended. We should have 3 months emergency fund saved up in case something terrible happened and you lost your job or you couldn't work for some reason. And then I've got this 50-30-20 breakdown, which is something that I've kind of tried to stick to in my kind of adult life, where I make sure that 50% of my money that comes in each month goes off to needs, 30% goes into wants, and 20% is going into savings. Obviously that doesn't always happen. Things can change, things can move, but I try and stick to it. And what this app does is it will give you nice helpful breakdowns of that, so you can see where you're at. So as long as you're honest with the needs and the wants, and you understand that, you know, your Netflix subscription probably isn't a need, it's just a want, you can start putting it in the right places and see where your money's going at a glance. And then what I've built in, if you could look here, you can see I've got simple mode and advanced mode. If you go into advanced mode, it gives you much more information. I've kept this away because I figure, again, most people just want the basic knowledge, that they've got enough money to cover them. But this will give you a little bit more insights. I've got some more stuff in the pipeline. You can make sure that you can edit it each month as well. It's really cool, and I've been using it instead of my spreadsheet for the last 2 months while I've been testing it all out, and it's worked great. I no longer have to go into my spreadsheet. And the really cool thing is I get paid on my payday. I spend about 10 minutes in here and it just works. And it doesn't come with any of the complications that everything else has. I don't care if £17.50 is £18 and I've got an extra 50p at the end of the month. That's cool. I've just got 50p at the end of the month. What's important is that you just know everything that's going on. I know I've said that a lot, but so many of these apps are so complicated. And that's what this channel has been about so far. It's about trying to be accountable for my fatty liver problems, trying to manage my stress levels and my mental health problems, and keeping kind of a diary of it. But then I thought, bigger term, what else stresses me out? Finance stresses me out. My spreadsheet, I wish it was an app, and I've never found an app that does it. There's paywalls, there's subscriptions, all of that stuff. And I'm not asking you to pay anything for this. I don't want to charge anybody anything. You can buy me a coffee. There's a link on the developer page if you want to, but there's no obligation to. This is all going to be free. I don't take your data. I don't store your data. Everything is on your device. You don't have to worry about me using your email address or anything, because I don't have it. I don't want it, don't care about it. I just want everybody to have a finance app that they can use for free and keep track of their money. So it's one other thing that's not stressing them out, because I know it stresses me out a lot, and it's stressing me out a lot more the last year or so with the cost of living going up and the crisis that that's causing. So where is the app right now? I've done testing myself for the last couple of months, and it's in what they call closed testing. And before I can release it as a full app to the world, I need testers. And so I'm looking for anybody that's got an Android device, or a tablet, or a phone, or both, and to sign up to test the app. Again, I don't take anything from you. There's no security problems. I'm not buying anything. I'm not stealing any data from you or anything. But I do need people to sign up and help me out. Check the description, because there's a beta link in there. Just need an email. I put you in a group, and then you'll get a link that you can download the app from the Play Store. There's an email address you can respond on, where you can send me any comments, any feedback, anything you don't like, anything you do like, anything that's not working. That's critical. I've tested it as well as I can. Some of the maths is complicated, and again, I'm not a developer, so I've had to work on the maths as much as I can to try and get it right. And I have. You'll see it's already on version 1.3.1, I think, when you get it. That's because I've reiterated on it so many times over the last couple of months in my spare time, because I keep finding bugs with the maths, but I'm pretty sure it's all sorted now. I haven't found any, but again, the more people I get looking at it, the more I can refine it and get it better. And if there's any app ideas that you want, then I can add it to my list of other app ideas that I've got that want to come in the pipeline in the future versions. So if you made it this far, please do subscribe. It's not because the algorithm tells you that you have to, but because this channel is trying to be honest and upfront, and give you inspiration, and now give you tools to help you manage things that can stress you out, so you can focus on the other things that can get you healthy. That's what I'm hoping it's going to do. I've got a new video coming hopefully next week, which is going to look at all of the things that I've had to swap out since I've got my fatty liver diagnosis. I've had to give up a lot of stuff that I love, and the things I've added, because I've added a lot of new ingredients into my foods that can help with fatty liver, and not help with fatty liver, but help reduce fatty liver. I don't need any help with the fatty liver. I did that all on my own, but help reduce the fatty liver so that we can see what the differences are. There are some cool differences, by the way. People think that you have to give up everything. You don't really. I've not really quit much food. The lactose intolerance that I got diagnosed with at the same time, that's made me quit a lot more food. It's just making smart changes that I've had to do, but I do feel massively better for it. I haven't necessarily been losing the weight the last few weeks, but I definitely feel much better over the last sort of 6 months that I've been really focused on it, and I wanted to show everybody that. So that's hopefully coming next week if I can get my arse in gear. That's really all I've got to say. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.